opens and shows a group of workers in strange clothes and sterilizing cars. Someone passes by and asks them why they are doing this. They tell him it was a minor problem that happened nearby. They solved the problem and just did a routine procedure. The man is on the way, collides with a deer. The man goes down to see what happened and checks the car and then continues on his way, and then we see the dead deer coming back to life and its shape has changed, and a man named Sue arrives at his house. And he lives with his mother and daughter, and today is his daughter's birthday, and he brings her a gift, and she gets upset because she wants to see her mother. Her father is divorced from her mother, and her mother lives in another city, but he refuses because he is always busy and does not have time to reach her. But his mother tells him that his daughter Suhan is very sad for her mother and has not seen her mother for a long time. So Sue decides to take his daughter and they go by car to the train station to reach Busan, where the girl's mother is. On the way to the train station, they see ambulances as they go to a place where there is a fire. When they reach the train station, they get on and see the father asleep on the train, because he came back from work and was tired. Before the train leaves, a girl enters the train at the last moment before it leaves. Outside the train, there were people attacking people, and Suhan saw what was happening. She was going to tell her father, but the father was asleep. The girl who got into the train had some kind of infection, and suddenly she falls and dies. Then Suhan goes to the bathroom and we see a stranger who looks like a homeless person hiding in the bathroom and saying that all people will die and they think he is crazy. Then Suhan goes to the second bathroom, and the fat man tells her that his wife is here and she should go to the bathroom in the next trailer. And we return to the injured girl who entered the train, and the hostess saw her dead. And the hostess tried to call for help, but she suddenly stopped and bit her, and people started screaming and running away. Zombies have spread on the train. Suddenly, Sue's phone rings, and he sees the news of zombies attacking people. He looks to the side and doesn't find Sohan. Hwa is afraid for her and searches for her. He saw the zombies coming and started yelling at his daughter. She will be behind him, so he takes her and runs away from the zombies towards the other trailers. When he reaches towards the fat man, he sees zombies and yells for his wife to run. They run to the other trailers, but Sue arrives in front of them and slams the door in the faces of the fat man and his wife in fear. The door is not opened for them until the last minute. The fat man wanted to beat Sue because he was afraid for his pregnant wife, and we found out that Sue is a selfish man who only loves his own interest and all he cares about is work. And that is why he divorced his wife. But the zombie hits the door, and then they put papers on the door so the zombie can't see it. The train driver speaks to them with a microphone and tells them that they will get off at the next station, and the orders came from the officials, and the passengers are very afraid. And they look at the TV and know that there is a dangerous virus, which spread among humans and turn them into zombies. Whoever gets bitten will be a zombie. But the government wants the virus to be kept secret so that the country's economy will not be destroyed and people will be lied to. Sue is very smart and knows that the government will quarantine them with the infected so that the disease does not spread, so he called one of his friends, and the friend was working in the army. He knew from the friend that they were going to quarantine. Sue asked his friend for help in exchange for some lucrative deals. The friend told him train passengers will be quarantined in the main hall. He has to go to the side hall and they will help him, but the homeless listens to him. He knows that they will die if they are placed next to the wounded. Sue knows that the company he works for is the cause of the virus. Sue calls her mother and hears the voices of zombies and knows that she died, but he didn't tell Suhan. When they reach the city, we see people running and trying to board the train, and they are attacked by zombies, but the train is heading straight for the station when Sue is busy talking to his friend in the army. The fat man was asking Suhan about her father and he was very upset that Sue had closed the door in their face and wouldn't open it. But the fat man and his wife are very kind to Suhan and give her sweets. When they reached the train station, we saw that the station was empty, and they began to descend. All the passengers were heading to the main hall, but Sue took his daughter and went to the side hall. The fat man knows that Sue is selfish and he did not want to help anyone, but went with the people. But the homeless man follows Sue. Sue is selfish and says the homeless go with people, so why are you following me? The tramp answers him and says to him, I heard the call. I do not want to die. I want to live. Sohan overhears the conversation. She gets very upset because her father is selfish and wants to tell people. But suddenly a soldier appeared and was wounded. An army of zombies bites the soldier and turns the entire army into zombies. People reached the main hall, and all the army in the hall turned into zombies. People get back on the train again. Zombies attack people, people run. One of the zombies came to attack Suhan, but the fat man came to her aid. Half of the people were injured and half of them escaped. A zombie came and grabbed Sue, but the homeless man came to help Sue, but Sue was shocked, and the fat and young man shouted for him to run away. Sue collects his strength. He escapes and closes the doors so that people can get to the train, but the zombie breaks one of the windows and descends on it from the second floor. And people scatter everywhere. Some of them entered the train, some did not. One of the men told the steward the train must move. After the steward insisted, he told the driver, and the train went. The young men in the hall resist the zombies so as not to break the doors, but the glass begins to break and the young men flee. But two of the school students were surprised by the arrival of zombies in front of them, and two of them were bitten by the zombies who smashed the window. Sue, the fat man, and one of the students boarded the train at the last moment, and the zombies flew the train, and Sue helped the fat man get on the train. The first part of the movie has ended.